I haven't recorded an episode of Higurashi in a while, so let's get back to it. My heart jumps and the morning air around me freezes in a second. Rena's smile looks like her usual smile and her eyes look gentle as usual. Did you eat the ohagi from yesterday? Well, not exactly what she means, of course. Does Rena want to say, did you understand our intention?
Keiichi-kun!
Rena stops and looks in my eyes while I hesitate to answer. My brother Keiichi, don't hesitate. Rena's acting normal. I have to respond normally too. Be natural. My throat and lips are so dry and my lips are stuck together. I've got to answer her. Not that much time has passed yet. I can still respond normally. I have to. Say something. Ew.
Ew?
Rena repeats what I finally squeeze out of my mouth. Rena's reaction within a normal range. I guess I responded quickly enough. I finally spill out some words. It was tasty. Rena showed a change in her expression. For a moment, I thought maybe I said the wrong thing. After a few moments, Rena breaks into a smile and laughs wively. Her laughter makes me laugh too.
I see. So did you eat them all? Did you?
My laughter freezes again. Dude, you just lied to her and said, the one. Remember he thought E was the one she ate? Just tell her that. Is she asking if I didn't have to swallow a needle? If I did, how could I be here? No, I couldn't eat them all. I have some left over. I answer fearfully.
Hey, what happened to the homework? Did you figure out which one is made by me?
Is that homework due today?
Yeah, it is due today. Meech will be mad. There'll be a punishment.
We'll laugh together again. The scene won't look unusual to others. Even I think if I'm not careful. But I can't misunderstand. There's something unimaginable hidden inside of Rena who's laughing so lively in front of me. I don't care who wants scap.
That's a lie.
I remember Rena's extremely piercing words. When I recall, I feel something cold get down my spine. Was she possessed right at that moment? No, that's Rena for sure. I remember what Oishi-san said. I found out Ryuga-san was suspended from school just before she moved. I heard she broke a window all over the campus. Rena has something very dark inside of her. Even when she shows a lively smile, there's something. But I can't imagine why and how she ended up breaking down the window at school. The only thing is that she didn't come up with the idea. Probably for to break a window because you're mad. But it was all the windows of the school. I just imagine myself bringing a bat to school to break windows. I love to break one window after another. The classmates are stunned. I bet they can't even move a bit. Where do I find the most windows? It's probably the hallways. I break them. I walk and lift the bat. I break. I walk. I lift the bat. It's hard to picture Rena doing such a horrible thing when she's smiling in front of me. But I still have to imagine it. It's too childish to think it's not real because I can't imagine it. Rena walks toward me while stepping on the piece of broken glass. The classmates are too stunned, so they can't even breathe. I wonder what they did seeing Rena coming toward them while breaking the windows. Did they try to talk to her? Did they jump on her to stop her? Did they run to the teacher's office to get teachers? Probably not. I bet all they could do would make room for her to walk by without saying a thing. Making room for her while being stunned. How could anyone criticize them for closing their eyes to the incident? They didn't close their eyes. They knew that was the only way to protect themselves. If I act differently as one of the others, Rena might change her target. What would she do if I became her target? That's easy. She'd act if it's pleased. In other words, I'd be the next window. Rena stared into my eyes while stepping on the broken glass. I'm captured by her eyes and can't even move. She attacked me repeatedly with the bat, just like she did all the windows she has broken. I grew up on the floor, pecking my head desperately. One hits my head and back repeatedly. What kind of expression does she have while doing this? I peek quietly. She looks extremely unpleasant, because no matter how many times she hits, it doesn't make a sound like windows. She hits repeatedly. She keeps hitting. There's no sound that Rena wants to hear. Climbing don't stop her, because none of them want to be the next window. Somebody help me! You're friendly when we're having fun? I guess that's natural. We all fight for the deviation score. Why do they help a study animal like me? Within moments, there's a crackling sound and reddish black liquid starts to splash. Anyway, Rena doesn't lose herself just momentarily because she was angry. I take a big breath and start to remember what Oishi-san said. On a regular conversation between Rena-san and the counselor, there's quite a bit of it. Quite a bit of what? So repeatedly, we already said this, blah blah. Once been after the incident, started to go see a doctor. However, she mentioned Oishiro-sama in her counseling sessions. She says Oishiro-sama, something like a ghost, came into her house every night. and looks down at her while she sleeps. Is that just part of the conversation between her and the doctor? So I don't know the whole story, but it's still creepy. She confessed that she did what she did because she was possessed by Ueshiro-sama? I never wanted to admit the curse of Ueshiro-sama, so I tried to convince myself that the annual mysterious deaths were done by humans. And the more I talked to Ueshiro-sama, the more certain I felt that they were the work of humans, not the curse. But my friends were deeply involved in those cases. The compensation for not meeting the curse was to find out the closest friends were involved in this case. Why? For what? Why? Rena? Why my friends? It's a harder, more painful fact to accept than the curse of Ueshiro-sama itself. Rena confessed to her doctor that she was possessed by Ueshiro-sama. Something I feel an unusual relief. That's it. Rena doesn't have two sides. She did what she did because she was possessed by Ueshiro-sama. Like, it's not Rena's fault. It's Ueshiro-sama's. I know. It's like putting the cart before the horse. For him, a suspect because I didn't want to believe in the curse. Yet, when my friends become the suspect, I want to blame the curse for everything. Which do I prefer? The fact that my close friends were involved in the mysterious death cases, or the existence of the curse of Ueshiro-sama? I don't know what to think. I want to believe if I don't think about it, I can keep a normal life. But it's impossible now. I already received their message. I'm disappointed in myself for trying to misinterpret it. Whether my enemy is a human or a curse, I won't let myself be killed. I will not be killed without knowing what's going on.
Keiichi, you look strange. Why?
His voice brings me back to reality. We're right at the school entrance. I shake my head a few times to get rid of all the horrible thoughts that were filling my head until now. I didn't want to do such a horrible thing. I try to convince myself. When I open the door and step into the classroom, a blackboard eraser full of chalk dust falls on my head. It does get into my eyes and I feel the pain.
Meh! My throat in for Keiichi skipped school yesterday. Keiichi and Rena, good morning. Good morning, Sadako-chan and Rika-chan.
I'm just not in the mood to deal with Sadako's trap, so I don't react too much. Sadako prepare herself for the reaction when I walk by, but I simply walk by her so she feels a little disappointed.
Hey, what's going on? Why don't you fight back? He isn't completely well yet. So, please be nice to him today, huh?
Suddenly, someone slapped my shoulder. Ouch. Hey, Kei-chan, are you all rested? It's Mion. My head is filled with Rena, but Mion is also one of them. Remember, Keiichi. Her spirit not like a hawk from yesterday. Yeah, good morning. Hey, what a spiritless greeting. Didn't you eat the hog we brought? That's the way I am now. I almost said that. I don't have an appetite. I ate a couple, I saved the rest. Huh? Then what about the homework? Do you have the answer to the question which one Rena's?
Keiichi, you forgot about the homework.
You just had to answer which one's Rena. You could have just said anyone. Oh well, then you have to do the punishment. Hee hee. You walk by to our death with a grin. None classmates get suspicious of our behavior. Sure enough, he gets suspicious for our behavior this morning. That's why it's scary. Even if something happens to me, no one will suspect any of them. Then the teacher comes in. He asks how I'm feeling and starts a normal, boring day. For each time I permanently think over what's going on around me. I close my eyes slightly and start to think about my situation. First, I have to remember the kind of danger I'm in right now. To them, I'm someone who knows about something that they don't want anyone to know. Even I'm trying to dig into the core I meet with Oichi-san repeatedly. Yosei Dohagi is surely a warning towards me. Or maybe a warning is too infinite of a way to call it. Yohagi is simply their way to trophy my will and gain some time for ourselves. Time to find the perfect way to dispose of me. Even if I cave into the warning, I'm still someone who knows too much. The corners of the desk remind me of Hojo Satoshi, who was using this desk and disappeared last year. Was he in my position? Did he know too much and was removed? Shit. Oh myself, I won't they do that to me. Never! But, am I really in danger? I found myself trying to protect them as I suspect them at the same time. Even after seeing such suspicious behavior, when we're in the morning sun, I try to convince myself that everything was a lie. Am I suspecting my friends? Am I protecting them? Am I life at risk? Or not? The point of the question is so off. If I think about what I'm saying now, that's just an old point of the question. Hey, are they really trying to take my life? I think the other me yells inside of me. Are you stupid, my bar, Keiichi? Of course they are. But maybe the needle was just an accident, right? How could a needle get into an Ohagi by accident? Get real. It's your boyfriend and me on next training sometime, but that's just my misunderstanding. What kind of misunderstanding are you talking about? What do you mean strange? It's abnormal. And only pointing out my line. Mio just talked about my lunch. That same Rena listened to your conversation for over an hour at the door. That's because she was waiting for me to finish my phone call. For over an hour? At the door? And it would just leave after that without saying a thing. Okay, you got me there. Did Noe-chan tell you about what Rena did at her previous school? We did it because of Ueshiro-sama. Come on, that's enough, my Keiichi. You really realize you are in danger? Those words came out of my mouth unconsciously. I'm stunned for a little with my own words, but then I look around to make sure no one heard me. What I just said was true. Even if I feel their intent to kill me, I'm denying it somewhere inside of me. That kind of hesitation may be fatal. I know that. But I'm just an average male student. Nothing special about me at all. How can I believe that my friends, who I was having so much fun with till last Sunday, are trying to kill me, right? Don't be stupid, Keiichi. This time, I intentionally focus on my lower abdomen and yell quietly so I can only hear. There's only one thing I know. I'm too naive. I don't know how scary Rena and the others are. I'm not even trying to understand that. I didn't take what Ueshiro said told me seriously. I didn't listen to him by pretending to be depressed. I didn't understand. I was running away. I have to get rid of such naive thoughts, and just because I don't understand, they don't have the intent to kill me. Come to that conclusion, I hear the end of the class bell. How quick. Day is already over. I don't remember eating lunch or being in a class. Trying to get their desks together for the club activity. The old me would jump in that circle.
Hey, Keiichi-san. Why are you getting ready to go to school? I mean, home. I don't know anymore. I am told.
Sago talks to me so normally, I feel bad.
Hey, Keiichi-kun, IB today, are you? I wanted to win today. How?
Rena's disappointment will give me a hard time. Keiichi, maybe Sean's the real bad guy and simply trying to take me away from them. Slap. I slap my own face to get rid of such naive thought.
Keiichi-kun!
Is Rena really trying to kill me? Somebody please tell me it's a lie. Even if it's not true, tell me it's a lie. Why am I singing this way again? How stupid am I?
Are you okay? Do you have a headache?
I guess Rena sees us not suffering from my headache.
You don't look good. Can you go home alone? Do you want me to come with you? Don't you?
No, that's okay. Sorry about that. I can go home by myself. Please have fun. When you don't find out I'm going home, she puckers up her lips. I want you to kiss me. You want to win, man. That's why I chose this game day.
Keiichi-san doesn't have the desire for a rematch. Oh, desire!
I don't pay attention to such a... I apologize. I'm sorry. That was really rude. I'm sorry. I keep drinking some Sprite from my girlfriend because my throat really hurts doing this, and I keep so if you hear like a sipping, like a weird noise, that's me drinking the soda, and it caught me. I swallowed it down, and that's what it went down the wrong windpipe. Not responding to her, I get up with my bag in my hand. Then I feel someone putting my hand on my head.
There, Keiichi. You look sick.
It's Rika-chan. She has my head with her small hand while staying on the tip of her toes. It feels good, and that makes me feel mortified. Sorry, everyone. See ya. After I said that, I leave the classroom quickly. They're saying something while watching my back, but I don't hear them. I head to the front exit, get my shoes, put them on, and move forward. And forward. Empty your mind, my Keiichi. Something they want me to get rid of me. They have a dark plan that keeps their eyes on every move. But I can't hate them. They're my friends. I resent how naive I am and I resent losing something I shouldn't have lost. It feels my personality getting ripped apart along with my body. If this is the curse for Ueshiro-sama, it's too painful. Hey, Ueshiro-sama. Sorry I didn't believe in your curse. But now I do. I truly do. Your curse really does exist. So please forgive me. Please. Dinner doesn't taste good. I don't taste anything or smell anything. Even the steam from the hot miso soup, which is usually appetizing, feels like water vapor. My dad's at the table too tonight. That's unusual at our house. Once he gets into his work, he doesn't care about food or sleep. Hits of time disappears from him. So for him to the dinner table, that means either he just finished his work or he's still in a slump. Anyway, he just understands a motivation. You know, champ, you're doing verbal, right? If you don't get along, why don't you kind of offer? I know we need to help each other out, but then I'm a redneck. Wait. Howdy, y'all. I need to know, but I don't know. No matter their conversation, they aren't talking about anything good. I wonder if the food doesn't taste good. I lost my parents, I continue on with my own thoughts. Now, I can no longer trust the people whom I thought were my friends. Now obviously I'm lacking allies. I don't have anyone I can trust or depend on. I'd feel so better if I had at least one ally. I put down my chopstick and look up to my parents, who are still talking. I thought about telling them everything to my parents at first. I can't trust anyone here in Himizawa. My parents are the only ones I can trust. But would they understand? How about Rena? Ever since we moved, she's been taking good care of me by coming over every morning before school. Also, she shares things as a good neighbor. How can I explain that she is trying to kill me? No matter how I explain it, it'd be something very hard for them to understand. My dad is rather unworldly. Wouldn't understand, and my nervous mom would probably take me straight to a medical clinic. Mental clinic. There's a huge difference. Medical is for medics. I'm smart. Sadly, this is not how our relationship is. Even if they understood, what could they do anyway? They can't expose the truth or protect my life. Instead, by hearing too much from me, they may become at risk themselves. I have to think very seriously since the past victim were often husband and wife. It's very probable that all of the members of the Maybar family might get into an accident or just... Oh wait, all of them? It's just his little... Well, he has relatives. We never meet the relatives because they aren't in Hinamizawa. It's just, you know, his little family moved to Hinamizawa. Hearing too much is the important thing. How'd they find out that I know? That makes me feel scared. In other words, as long as my parents know nothing, you won't be at risk, right? And that's how it was in my case. When I found out, things started to get strange. So this is it. If my parents don't know anything, nothing will happen to them. That means as long as they're here in this house, this will be the safety zone. I know this is a psychohostic hypothesis. It's my selfish wish for at least this house to be a safety zone. I still have to realize that although it's safer than the outside world, it's not completely safe. I can't count on my parents. No, I can't get them involved in this. That means Oishan is the only ally I have. He's the only one who understands what's going on around me now. Although he isn't too concerned about my safety, he's passionate about solving this case, that's for sure. I'm mortified a little. This is all because of Oishi-san now. I have to ask him for help. In other words, it's exactly how Oishi-san planned it. I'm just bait in the middle of an ocean. My mission's afloat around looking tasty. When a bunch of fish are lured around me, Oishi-san catches them all. I don't admit it, but that seems to be the best thing to do. So, what do I do now? Virtual fishing is the wait. Just wait patiently until a fish takes the bait. But I'm not bait. I do so many things before I'm eaten. Somehow, I have to avoid their attacks when Oishi-san take over. Of course, it's not an easy task. The time that Oishi-san take over is crucial. Oishi-san is in town, not Hinamizawa. So even if I call Mercy, it'll take at least half an hour to get there. I must get away from them for at least half an hour. For example, we set a meeting spot ahead of time, and I just stayed there in the high until Oishi-san gets there. Good, starting to look good. I'm still in the middle of this mess, but I'm starting to... Oh. Good, it's starting to look good. I know. Maybe I should carry some kind of weapon on me. Something like a folding knife. But it seems helpless. Besides, recognized as a weapon in society. Something long like a bat would be useful. When there's a metal bat at school, that'll work well. If I plan a bagging practice, no one will be suspicious. You'll be, how you say, battler. I'll go to school early tomorrow to get it. Just having a weapon may restrain the other party's actions. Another thing is to leave records. You can join down single memo would do. I apologize for those who heard that. What are writing down stuff during the day of the diary? Even if I disappear, my diary will stay. Oishi-san will avenge me using my diary. I go back to my room, leaving my parents who have been still talking about the job. I rip out a page from my notebook and sit at my desk. I haven't written a diary since my elementary years. If someone happens to me, the police will use my diary. So I want to put the facts and make them short and clear. How should I start? I just let my pen do the work. I, my bar Keiichi, am in mortal danger. Make a weary smile. Never dreamed of writing such a line when it sounds like a mystery novel. Even if I say so myself. I don't know who's trying to kill me or why. I've written out other, but there's no proof, so I can't write any more about that. Reading such mysterious lines, I laugh at myself. We get some kind of hint from those lines? I just hope so. There's more than that. I hope this diary will never have to come out. I'm not weary again. So short, I add another line. The one thing I do know that it has something to do with Oishiro-sama's curse. Is that too much? Maybe I shouldn't write anymore. If I go on, it'll become a delusive diary. No, I'll call him. I shouldn't write any more at this point. I'll have more facts as I find out. I'll hold the notepaper and think of where to hide it. If I'm not careful enough, they'll find it first. On the other hand, if I hide it somewhere hard to find, I know I will find it. At some thought, I took down the wall clock and taped the paper on the back of the side of the clock and put it on the wall. Good. Doesn't look like something is hidden. Okay, now to make sure my parents find the paper when something happens to me. I did the clock from a different angle to make sure, then go downstairs. My parents are still talking about the same topic. They don't seem how to stop, so I interrupt. Sorry to interrupt, but can I say something? I hope to stop the conversation immediately, because I never start a conversation this way. What is it, Keiichi? There's something I want to ask you. This is only a hypothetical scenario, okay? Keiichi, is there something you have to tell us right now? We're talking about something very important now. I don't think their topic is more important than mine. I continue. If I die, my parents open their eyes widely. If I die, I want you to put my wall clock in my casket. If I do that, they'll notice the paper. Their eyes are still widely open, they don't even move. This might not work. I made that clock in craft class and I really like it. So please. What's wrong, Keiichi? You showing happy? Mom finally opens her mouth suspiciously. It's probably a normal response when a son starts saying such a thing. It's trying to make you worried, but I only want you to focus on the clock. The room goes silent, so I decide to go back to my room. I want to go to school early tomorrow, so I'm going to sleep. Good night. Then I leave the living room. I'll go to school early and get the bat as my weapon. I shouldn't walk to school with Rena anymore. My mom calls me as I walk up the stairs, but I pretend I don't hear her. There's nothing I can talk to her about. If I do, there'll be more risk. I don't have anyone to count on. My lonely fight is starting. I don't let them kill me. At least not until I find out the whole truth. And then they can kill him. I found the whole truth. Oh, wait, oh, no.
Headshot. Fatality. Gingy.
He doesn't seem very cheerful. What could this be about?
Keiichi doesn't look so good these days. He may be having some bad mood swings.
I don't know about that. Perhaps it's that time of the month. What? That's only for girls.
John, that's a crude thing to say.
Ow, my lord.
What do you think?
I don't know. Keiichi may be, do you think?
I can't tell.
That person Keiichi talking to in the car that windmill made. Chub guy, right?
Yes, I'm sure of that.
I wonder what she has been filling Keiichi's head with.
Like something serious. Keiichi can look as white as a sheet.
Well, you don't know this, Rena. But actually, he's a servant of Shirasama. So he's furniture?
I am furniture.
What? What do you mean?
Whenever he comes around, someone gets demoned away. It's true.
What? Really?
2 years ago, Rika's child's mother drowned herself, remember? Always trying to interrogate her right before the accident.
Come think of it, he was there without she getting transferred to another school.
Transferred? You're such a kind girl.
Then this time, given the conflict with Keiichi-kun, does that mean Keiichi-kun will be the next victim?
Silence, and then the ice is broken. There is a roar of laughter. What? Okay. This is the first time for me to wake up with such a clear conscience. Okay, guys, I'm MZO's off here because it seems like a good way to end it. So thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like it and subscribe if you loved it. If you already subscribed, well, I love you. Bye bye.